Imagine Jim Benson standing in front of a cluttered whiteboard filled with sticky notes in Seattle, 2011. Each note represents a task, a promise, or a distraction. The tension, knowing exactly what to do next at work and home, feels impossible. But here's the twist: the secret isn't doing more, it's doing better. What if the chaos in your day could map itself into a simple visual system that shows not just what you're working on, but what you should be working on? Before you can master your day, you have to see it. But Jim's personal Kanban flips the usual to-do list on its head. Let's get concrete. Imagine turning your invisible mental chaos into something you can actually touch. Back in 2011, Jim's team in Seattle tackled a huge software rollout. Deadlines piled up, emails flooded every minute. So they slapped colored sticky notes on the wall, each denoting a task, and moved them from to-do to doing to done. Suddenly, the team's invisible stress became visible progress. That wall was more than paper, it was a shared reality, a moment of truth for what mattered and what didn't. Kanban at its core works like a green-yellow-red traffic signal for your brain. Imagine driving blind without signals, chaos, right? Personal Kanban visualizes work stages so you never spin your wheels in the fog. The trick: it forces you to see bottlenecks, prevent overload, and flow smoothly. Your workload turns from an overwhelming storm into a manageable river with clear channels for flow. Here's the kicker: once work is visualized, you stop juggling blindly. Teams and individuals report an odd but powerful freedom, a sense of control that ironically frees mental space. Instead of being trapped by to-do lists, you become the navigator, making deliberate choices about where to steer your energy. It's clarity breeding surprising creativity. We all brag about multitasking, right? But here's where personal Kanban flips the switch again. Doing many things at once isn't effective, it's chaos wearing a cape. What happens when you put strict limits on how much you juggle? In Jim's consultancy work, a software team tracked feature development with personal Kanban. Initially, developers had dozens of open tasks swirling around. With a strict work-in-progress limit set at 3 tasks per person, the flood stopped. Instead of starting new tasks every hour, they finished features before picking up the next. The result: bugs decreased, releases sped up, and the team morale skyrocketed. Think about spinning plates on sticks. You can keep 5 or 6 going for a little while, but inevitably one wobbles, then crashes. Personal Kanban's WIP limit says you only get 3 plates. That constraint forces you to truly focus and keep your plates balanced. It's less about doing more about finishing well. The less you stretch, the stronger your work stands. Results from limiting WIP aren't just faster task completion, they're deeper satisfaction. Teams and individuals stop drowning in half-done projects and start experiencing the thrill of closing loops. This momentum shift fuels a virtuous cycle. Finishing creates energy to start new meaningful work, not just busy work, and your day stops feeling like a desperate scramble. Now here's the real beauty. Personal Kanban isn't just about work, it's about life. The authors showed how these techniques reshape your choices beyond the office. What if your daily actions weren't random, but rich with intentional value? Tonianne Barry shared how she used personal Kanban to juggle family life, side projects, and self-care. By mapping everything on her kitchen wall, including picking up kids or me time, she noticed patterns. Tasks that didn't align with her deepest values dropped off naturally. What she gained was more time and mental peace to be present where it mattered most. The mechanism is simple but profound. When your tasks reflect your values, each sticky note on your Kanban isn't just a checkbox, it's an intentional choice. Imagine shining a spotlight on your priorities in a dark room. Distractions look glaring and often get cut out. Instead of exhausting yourself chasing everything, you streamline your life to what's truly enriching. The payoff: over time, you build a quiet legacy of intentionality. Jim points out that it's not about fame or fortune, but about how the ripples of your wise choices flow out to your family, friends, and community. Personal Kanban helps you craft those ripples by making every act visible and valued. It's work and life aligned, not at odds. Remember that sticky note wall in Seattle? It wasn't just a tool, it was a breakthrough. Personal Kanban doesn't demand perfection or endless hustle. It asks you to see your work, really see it, limit your mess, and choose what matters. Try this tomorrow. Write down your day's tasks on sticky notes and set a strict 3-task limit. Watch how your chaos starts to map itself into something powerful. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.